everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Blackfire Torch Ahri. I recently saw this build being played in a professional game, so I figured as the Ahri guy and as the former #1 Ahri on NA and EU West, I should be the one to test out this build. So we're going to be playing this build in a round gold plat MMR. We're playing against a Veigar, and I'm really going to show you guys how to navigate the laning phase and the mid game. You do want to check out how I play the mid game. It's just very smoothly played. Hopefully you'll enjoy, and if you do enjoy the commentary, please check out. Oh, we're back on the Rift with some Ahri. As you can see in our runes, we're running Electrocute, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Ultimate Hunter, Mana Flow, and Transcendence. These are, generally speaking, my preferred runes whenever I am playing against something a little bit more control magey. I sometimes like to switch this up for Scourge whenever I'm playing against melee champions. You know, champions where you can just more consistently hit them with spells. Looks like we're doing a little bit of a funny invade here, which, I mean, I'm down for. First Strike is also good against melees, by the way, in case you were wondering. That rune is very strong at the moment, so looks like we're just not invading. This is confusing, I can't lie. Like, we invaded, and then we didn't invade, and now we're not invading, and then, like, it's just some dizzying stuff. This is some high-level macro shenaniganry happening here. We're playing against Veigar mid lane. Notoriously a pretty bad matchup for Ahri. Mostly just because he can put you in the cage, and I know a lot of lower MMR players also struggle with Veigar, so hopefully I can offer some guidance on how to play with him, or play against him. Level 1, just look to shove out the wave. That's always what we're going to try to do as Ahri, secure our push, and create some timers where we can trade with the enemy. Try to get this level 1 sequence down as much as you can, where you generate push, and then you try to harass the enemy laner when they have to go for last hits. Very important sequence to be able to play on Ahri. We just proc our Electrocute and then run backwards. You might notice that that trade was not that good for me. That was because I spaced a little bit too closely, but we can perfect it as we move along, right? We have our push secured. We want to try to leverage that push into winning trades. We're going to hit level 2 here. So with level 2, we're going to walk up. We're going to take our charm. That guy dodged in a very funny way, but it doesn't really matter. We took a very winning trade. Even if you mess up your trade, as long as you have a level advantage, you're usually quite fine. Use our W just to get that little bit of extra range, just so we can hit him with that auto attack and take away his first strike. Fiddlesticks is not going to be ganking us during the early stages, so we shouldn't really concern ourselves with getting a ward out. We're going to hit level 3 here as well, so we can probably crash. We might actually be able to annoy Fiddlesticks a little bit in his jungle. Also, as Ahri, if you have to use W to last hit, I mean, while not ideal, it's completely okay to use W to last hit. It's such a low cooldown and such a low mana cost that it doesn't really matter. Now I want to get my ward out after I've secured this push. Probably just going to get it on the top side. I might go look for Fiddlesticks on his blue. Okay, his blue is gone. That means he is likely on the bottom side then. He started top side. So we can hug top side quite heavily. And we're going to be confident in this decision. It doesn't... Like, when you get information like this, it's important that you're quite confident in the side of the lane that you're hovering towards. So I'm very heavily going to lean topside here, because I'm assuming that Fiddlesticks is on the bottom side. You can also see Veigar just used his cage. There's not a lot you can do to get out of that cage as Ahri. You just kind of have to sit in the cage and try to dodge his spells. Like, try to remain calm once you get put in that cage, because there's nothing you can do to get out of it, outside of flashing, obviously. So just try to sit in the cage and try to be aware of where his spells are coming. He is actually landing quite a bit of damage, but he doesn't have potions anymore, so if we can land some poke on him, that's going to be quite impactful. He is spacing though, he is like walking backwards. But generally speaking, as Ahri, you shouldn't really be killing Veigar in the laning phase until level 6 anyway. You can see Fiddlestick shows bot lane. We're landing some harass on the Veigar, try to dodge as many spells as possible. I could pop Ignite here, I just don't think it's worth it, unfortunately. I don't think he quite dies, and he has teleport, so he's just gonna recall and teleport back to lane regardless. I could try to look for an E-flash here, I actually will. There we go. Nice! Usually people will not react to that E-flash at the lower end of the ladder. Maybe if you're playing against like a higher MMR player, let's say Diamond or Master Tier, they'll be expecting that. But not all the people can actually react to it. You kind of have to expect it to come, otherwise it can be very difficult to react to, you know? Looks like my entire team is winning, which is good. Wait, so you mean to tell me Fiddlesticks ganked the bot lane, and my bot lane killed the enemy bot lane? That makes sense, I guess, if it was opposite day. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever. How does that happen? How is Pyke not murdering someone on the gank? But as you can see, Fiddlesticks was also bot lane. At this point, we want to see if we can land some max range poke on the Veigar. We're gonna hit level 6 here, and we do have enough damage to just cleanly one-shot him from full. After this minion, we hit level 6. If he steps up, we're sending it. Hit the charm. Ignite. Double ult. Just barely a little bit too slow. Barely a little bit too slow. We got his flash though, which is good. And he doesn't have teleport, so he has to base. Using your ult and ignite to force an enemy laner to base is completely fine if they don't have teleport. If they have teleport, it's not that good. But as you can see, Veigar is about to bleed quite a lot of minions. And with this, we're gonna go get a ward in the enemy jungle. Mostly just because I am scared of a Pyke roam, which you have to be. That champion just perma-roams. Like, it is incredible how much... Oh, I thought that was the real Fiddlesticks for a moment, but it wasn't. Maybe I can actually even get this plate. I'm just so scared of a Pyke roam, man. And we get the plate. Fantastic. We're gonna keep pushing. So the thing about Ahri is, right? I have told you this so many times, guys. But any new viewers? The thing you do on Ahri, what is it? That's right, you push and you roam. You do not necessarily play for 1v1s in lane. Don't get stressed if you cannot make advantage in a 1v1. Your champion is not supposed to. Your champion is supposed to roam a lot. So, of course, if you can make advantage in a 1v1, fantastic, you're doing a great job. Fiddlesticks is looking mid lane here in this bush, I'm pretty sure. Veigar did just waste his cage, so I do want to see if I can find some poke on him. Mostly because I don't have my ult yet. So this is another thing about Ahri. When you don't have your ult, you can try to play a little bit more for your lane and try to get advantage in the lane. But when you do have your ult, I want you to just push and roam. Oh, it's fine. It's not fine, it's not fine, it's not fine. Dodge it, dodge it, dodge it. Movement. Play cocky. Play cocky. Ult. Charm. So, guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit clenched right now, I can't lie. That was a bit crazy. Woo! I mean, it was all calculated. Yeah, that was a bit dodgy, I can't lie. That's what you get when you walk into a Veigar cage. We're gonna play Blackfire Torch, but specifically when you are playing against AP mid-jungle, there's one thing I want you to do. And it's pick up Merc Treads. I don't care what the rest of the enemy team composition is. I really do not care. If you are playing against AP mid-jungle and one of them has a CC, you better get Merc Treads just to make sure you cannot be ganked. How is Veigar Fiddlesticks gonna kill me when I have tenacity? Their stuns don't last as long, their fears don't last as long, and they don't deal as much damage because I have magic resist. Such an important item that a lot of lower MMR players overlook. Merc Treads are very, very good. You can even get them early, first item if you want to. It's completely fine. You don't need to pick up Lost Chapter first. You can buy Merc Treads. It's fine. They're a good first item. We're gonna shove out the wave and then we're gonna look for wards in the enemy jungle. It's so weird, guys. Like, I have recently just like... When I sit upright like this, it's like I'm playing a completely different game, man. It's like I'm not playing League of Legends anymore. Because I'm seeing everything from a different perspective. I'm used to like slouching down here, you know? Like having the shrimp posture. But when I sit upright, it's like everything just feels so weird, you know? It's like, oh, this is how the game looks? Like, is this real? That's because I'm not having good posture. Like, of course, it happens when I don't have good posture. Like, it makes sense, doesn't it? We need to try to accelerate this game. I can try to kill the Fiddlesticks in the jungle. I for sure have enough damage to kill him. So we're gonna go try to commit to that. He might smite this, which would be fine. I'm gonna move in fog. Charm. I'm gonna commit my ult early. I think that makes sense to do. Oh, I'm so boosted. Huh? Wait, how did I kill him? Did he dodge back into it? He must have. Well, I mean, I'll take free money. Yeah, that was a really poorly used ult. I, for some reason, thought he didn't have flash. Veigar is basing. That means we're just gonna shove mid lane. Shove mid lane. We can even take a plate here. Why? Because we don't actually have to base. Like, we don't need to base. I, at this point, can take priority whenever I want, which means I can choose to base whenever I need to, which means I can be a little bit more greedy. I don't have to take every single base that is given to me, because I can get a base on every single wave if I want to, because I'm that strong in mid lane. I can get push whenever I want to. My bot lane is just also winning, man. Oh my god. My top lane is just also stomping. Oh my god. I'm shocked that the enemy team is not building Merc Shots as well. Like, we're full AP, basically. Like, this guy is building AP, we have a Nami, we have Sejuani, we have Ahri. Like, everyone is AP on my team. I feel like they should be playing Merc Shots. Merc Shots are really good. Oh, please, please kill the cannon. Please, please, please. Don't deny me the plate, bro. That's a top tower. At 10 minutes. Yeah? I mean, I guess so. Sure, makes sense to me. My Sejuani might die here. I think she's fine, though. She's very tanky. Oh, she is running into the Garen, though. Okay, she's fine. I don't think I need to follow this roam. I think she's fine. So I'm just gonna stay mid lane and push the wave, and then take this plate. Pyke might run mid lane here. That's fine by me. I'm not going to die to that. Could try to roam bot lane here if I want to. Hello, Pyke. What are we doing, boss? Miss the charm, like the absolute goat I am. Flash. Use my Q on the back end. W. Use my Q on the back end. Oh! And that's Merc Treads right there. My Sejuani with the Q flash, man. Legendary. The main thing you'll notice there is I used my ult to redirect my Q. Very, very important Ahri mechanic. That's the main mechanic you're gonna be using on Ahri that I see a lot of new Ahri players or lower ranked Ahri players not doing. It's very simply just using your ult to read... Okay, I need Jesus and everything else here. Wait, I can play this, I can play this, I can play this. Can we kill? It's just that easy. Oh, there's stuff happening over here as well. There's stuff happening over here. Need to go. There's nothing to do. Oh, there is something to do? There's absolutely something to do. And that's another... Yo, guys, can I have one of these kills at some point? Maybe, like, please? Oh, yeah, oh, this guy... Fiddle! Wait. Fiddle does nothing to me. Why does he not do anything to me, guys? Which item do I have that prevents Fiddlesticks from playing League of Legends? Ah, that's right, that's Merc Treads. Take my base. And we're gonna build the Andres next as well. Just so we can get the double burn. I mean... What a clean game. This game is just over already. My god. I can run mid lane here. So now the question is, because a lot of people I've noticed when I coach have been like, yeah, I find myself in this spot quite a lot where I'm ahead in lane, my teammates are actually also sort of winning, but I don't know how to transition that into a victory. The answer, quite simple, believe it or not. You pick a side of the map that you think you should play towards, then you shove out your lanes, and then you play towards that side of the map and try to create a numbers advantage. So, here, I need to run bot lane because my Ezreal wants to lane mid lane, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill this Fit. Run out of his range. Play it slowly. Use my ult for damage. My Ezreal steals the kill. Classic. AD carry moment. Hit that. Nice. Get the minions. I'm going to push out bot lane. And I'm going to see if I can find a move timer when someone has to come catch the bot waves. What you want to do when you're in this spot is you want to try to split the enemy team apart as much as possible. So here, notice. I am pushing bot lane. Two people were just mid lane. I have to leave bot lane now. Why? Because there's a high likelihood that the enemy team is running bot lane. Very important that you do not die when you are side laning. Now I see Vayne and Garen up here. I feel a little bit more comfortable stepping up now. Because that means it could only be Veigar and Pyke. Now, keep in mind, Veigar and Pyke might be enough to kill me. Dodge it. Movement. Slow. Dodge down. Fiddlesticks! No, man. Don't be like this. Don't be like this, man. Cringe, man. I was gonna say, what it means is that there can only be two people bot lane. Pyke and Veigar. That means I should be fine. Because I think I can live against them. Now, Fiddlesticks came bot lane as well. That's just unlucky. But you can see what this did on the map. This meant that we got a chunk on the mid lane tower, we got top lane control, and now we have complete control over this part of the map, right? Like this top quadrant. That is all done because I am pressuring bot lane and dragging people bot lane. Very important that if you do pressure bot lane very heavily, or side lane very heavily, that you don't die or that you at least trade 1-for-1 when you die. Because otherwise you are losing pressure. Because then what will happen is the enemy team will just kill you bot lane, push out the lane, push out all lanes, and then you're back to where you started. But we're gonna run bot lane again. And we're gonna repeat. This is why it's so important when you're ahead to be in the side lane, because it means you have constant pressure in the side lane. Which makes it very hard for the enemy team to play. Like, whenever I'm ahead in lower MMRs, I'm never worried if I can transition that into a win. Never. Because I always feel like I can just sit in the side lane like this, I will collect my resources guaranteed, and eventually I will find a move timer where I will win. Where I will just create a 5v4 or something like that, 5v3, and we will just win. Enemy team is top lane here. See, Vayne is hiding in this bush. She's not. And I'm pushing bot lane. Enemy team are bleeding bot lane here. You might say, yeah, but they're trading evenly topside. Cool. They're losing a bot tower in the process. I'm holding Vayne here and I'm getting towers on the map. We're also winning topside, which is fantastic. See if I can charm her. Not quite. She should not try to trade this. She's very losing. And we're gonna push out this bot lane. And we're gonna take this tower. And then we're gonna force people to come down here. And when they come down here, we're gonna survive. And she can try to play this, but it's a bit much, isn't it? There we go. Don't chase it, man. There's just no reason. Okay. Okay. So she flashed, I guess. Okay. Sure, man. Like, that makes sense, I guess. I want you guys to know that in Danish, this guy's name is HorrorGame123. Which I mean... he is playing Vayne, so it kind of adds up. We can push out this lane. Why? Because no one is down here. Vigar is now down here. I'm gonna take my base, which is fine. My teammates should not be down here on the bottom side. They should be up on the top side. Ideally, when you are in this spot, you want your teammates to be playing on the other side of the map. Playing away from you is what I like to do. I like playing away from the laner that can pressure a lot in a 1v1. So in this spot, actually, we should be trying to play away from our Volibear, because my Volibear is incredibly strong. Ideally, we play away from him, and then we play towards me or my Ezreal, because we can do more in fights. Looks like my Sejuani is on a bit of an adventure here. I could do a funny moment on the Fiddlesticks here. I'll just ignite him just to be sure that I get the kill. Play it slowly. There's a Pyke after me. I mean... oh my god, I got him out of the dash. Eee, I can't... where's Pyke? Where did he go, man? Dude, I lost vision on him twice, and that meant that my ult didn't clip him. How cringe is that? I really dislike that about Ahri. Like, if you don't have vision on someone right as you cast your ult, it doesn't clip onto them even if you get vision on them during your ult. It has to be at the start, otherwise it doesn't clip onto them, which is very annoying. Now, mind you, Ahri doesn't need any buffs or any like quality of life changes, I don't think. I think the champion is good enough as she is, but it's still a bit frustrating that like that is a mechanic that just makes it feel a bit sluggish, you know, whenever you lose vision. Like, losing vision on someone is already frustrating enough in this game, especially on, like, champions that have targeted spells such as Ahri W. Like, it's already frustrating enough, man. So just at least give me it on my ult. Come on. It's an ultimate ability. Come on. Although it has the cooldown of, like, a basic ability, let's be honest. Ahri ult is way too short cooldown. So we're gonna shove out bot lane here. Now we're gonna take control over this area. We're gonna find a Vayne. So there's two people bot lane. So that means we can pressure something. I have to just not die here. Very important that I just do not die. Even if I lose my ult, that is fine. I just need to not die. Wait, they're fighting this? Okay, I mean... what are they doing? What is this? But the cage just lingered for 5 years or what? Q, walk back. Try to find the Pyke. Should be down. Charm, Q, and free kill. Nice. Yeah, I mean, very strange that the enemy team tried to fight that dragon. In my head, I would have just tried to cross-map it, get advantage on the top side for that, but... Yeah, looks like they just decided to try to fist fight us when we're incredibly strong. A bit strange, I cannot lie. I can look for Charm here. Need to play a bit slowly. Garen is spooky. We're looking at Garen mainly here. If he runs towards us, we need to Charm him. Vayne, we're not hitting with a Charm. It's just impossible unless we have our ult. What? You don't want the inhib? Okay, I mean, sure. I guess we don't want the inhib. That's fine by me. I don't have my ult, so I need to be a little bit careful. The main problem with this build, with Blackfire Torch into Liandry's, is you don't really get any cooldown reduction whatsoever. So your ult actually has quite a long cooldown, which is like, on Ahri, your ult is kind of the main thing, right? Like, if you don't have your ult on Ahri, you're a bit of a caster minion. Looks like there's a fight happening top lane. But what did I tell you guys? When you don't have ult on Ahri, you're a caster minion, so you might as well just play for your individual lane. So I'm just gonna be pretending to end the game on the bot side here. I'm sure that will gather some attention. Right, guys? The enemy team is sure to send people back to defend when I am taking their Nexus Tower. Right?
An enemy has been slain.
Like what is this? Maybe I can loop around? Oh, there's a Fiddlesticks here. Oh, that's cool, I guess. Missed the charm. He's gonna fear me. But he doesn't deal damage, so... Time the Q. Dodge that. Where's Vayne? I don't see the Vayne. Vayne is up here. Okay. We can't do anything else, I don't think. But we got inhibs. I mean, I can base here. I have death cap. I'm fine with my base here. I'm completely fine with that. Take my base. I mean, you can see we're just like strangling the enemy team. It's so hard for them to play. Because we're just constantly pressuring somewhere. Right? Like, I'm pressuring bot lane. Dragging people down to me. And that means that my teammates are freed up on the map. The main skill that I want you guys to know or learn when you want to navigate these mid games is create timers where you can have numbers advantages on the map. Whether that is numbers advantage for your team, numbers advantage for where you're playing, or whatever, you want to drag the enemy team around as much as possible to get numbers advantage. Like, people think you need to be smart to play League of Legends. No, you just need to know what number is bigger, your amount of champions or the enemy's amount of champions. Oh, is it your amount of champions? Congratulations, you now win. What a combo. That was pretty smooth, actually. Look for Fiddlesticks next. I mean, you can see the amount of damage I'm dealing with Death Cap as well. Slowly, slowly. Slowly. Yeah, this guy thinks I'm not gonna chase him as well. No! Sometimes bad mechanics, but it's funny, right? Like, if you have looked at how I have navigated this game, I have done nothing spectacular. It has all been decisions. I avenge you, Ahri, look. Nice. Give him a heart. Get my Medjais while I'm at it as well. I love reading, guys. But it's not like I've done anything spectacularly, right? It's not like I'm playing like Faker, doing 8 million combos, flying over walls and catching people with charms that you've never seen before, and absolutely blasting the enemy laner and getting 8 million solo kills. It's like, I'm getting minions, I'm pushing waves, and I'm just finding kills when people run into me, or when I find someone isolated. And I just send it. Don't be afraid of just sending it when you find someone on Ahri. Your ult has such a low cooldown. It is fine to just fire it off and call it a day, you know? And as you can see, highest damage in the game by quite a substantial margin. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Have a good one. See ya. Bye bye, bye bye.